today, first of all, this is about developing making your own test lab kind of thing, or yeah, making your own, uh, test bench kind of virtualization environment, I would say. And in this situation, you can. And you can make few things better than working normally and looking for somebody to help you assist with some kind of environment, cloud or on premises. But I would like to introduce few things that you can do with you by your own. This will be very useful, and I have been using this kind of technology, which is called visualization of your one machine into multiple machines, so-called virtual environment. And what do you need for this purpose? All those things, and I would be covering from the newcomer, I mean the beginner to intermediate level. Somebody who is really at a senior level, they might even skip my. They might even like to skip my session today. Won't be much beneficial who are already using this kind of technique. And like, even as they're using, you stay with me, listen, and correct me if I'm wrong anywhere. And what you else can do is give me suggestions, ask me questions. This session, usually I come online myself, so that somebody have immediate questions about anything uh, that that might be useful for someone, right? I have been enjoying many of people, co-workers. We were always working together, helping each other, and I mean, within staying within enterprise policies, we can assist each other, performing and warning each other and giving some directions. So this way, my point here right now today is that. How can you use one of your powerful computer? I mean, I'm not talking about two-core computer. I'm not talking about three-core. Those are obsolete at this time, but obsolete in the sense that I still have those one core, two core, three core, four core. But well, I will start from year 2008, and that was first time when I plan to when I plan to do something by my own, because I did not want to spend money on many of the courses available at that time, many of the institutions available at this time. Now, the reason at that time I was making good money anyways, but the reason was not the financial reason was that satisfaction of my mind, how much I want to learn and how much I want to grasp the knowledge, being a full-time worker. And I would request everybody to please update me update me on audio quality. So yeah, so in that time, I'm talking about just before the SSD came into existence, before we had IDE only, right? And what did I do before we did not have SSD? And what you can do now at this time, if you are by going to buy a computer, if you already have a very powerful laptop, maybe you are not using whole full potential of your laptop, and all these things together. So depending upon your willingness to how deep you want to dive into IT field. Now, this is not only matter of performing job, upgrading job, but also that is for sure when you will gain more knowledge and when you will have some practical, deep dives, right? Dive deeps and sorry about my wording, deep dives, so that you face some situation and then you resolve it. For sure, 100% you are helping your employer as well. And another thing is that the most important thing is your own satisfaction, what you're doing and what you want to do actually. where you want to reach. I mean, how much knowledge you can uh, contain in your brain, right? It all depends on everybody is different. My real brothers are different than me. My real sister is different than me. And around my local environment where I work with many of the people, not that socially, but within our kind of common field where we work, right? So many of them they have been sharing with me, and I have been helping with some of the situations where like I work help with somebody for more than a year continuously just to get him feel comfortable, right? So these things aside, one thing is there always in every person. I am 100% sure that every person. So every person has some kind of quest inside, right? For example, if a female is more lean towards stitching and sewing and all those things, she will always be willing to get to top of it, apex of your skill. Same way, when you are agriculturist, you want to do some experiments, and if you are electrician, you will do some kind of blinking of LEDs and kind of thing, and you will be able to design things that you want to surprise your friends. And this is common, you know willingness of every person to grow. If you don't have anything, you don't have to wish to do something with your hands and with your own brain, you will never be satisfied. So let us get started. Let me this session is going to be very basic one, and somebody who is more impatient and running at a better pace than me, they might even skip this one and listen this one offline. But at this time, you have questions post you post it in the chat. I will make a note, and maybe I can answer you right away, or maybe I can save those questions for next session is coming tomorrow, and that session tomorrow will be little advanced than this one. But because this session on Saturday will be focused on DevOps. DevOps is a very important. If you miss this one, DevOps is required for DBAs. DevOps is required for full stack developers. DevOps is required for sysadmins, and this is going to be a general understood skill, and everybody will be willing to hire somebody who understands this by default, right? So let us get started. So I am giving you small story. How did I do about my personal virtualization lab, right? And this one first time when I had my cloud certification, that was year 2015. Before that, I never thought about cloud, and that is a certification was from IBM. But actually, in 2015, uh, even the cloud is not was not that much implemented, and I had a certification thinking about that I might proceed in that side also. First of all, the first question came in my mind. It was year 2008 or 9. I asked my manager, Colin Legendre. He's my uh, LinkedIn contact also. And I asked him that what will be the best solution for additional storage. Means that I have a computer and I want to do something extra on my computer. What should I use? And he said that I think SSD had just emerged at the time, just came in. Maybe it might have come in like 2005 or 6, but practically external SSD connection was available in some of motherboards, and you could use the adapter to put that on. And he mentioned and that if you want to use it at the operating system level or primary disk, then external, then you can use uh, external SSD. External SSD is another kind of adapter cable that goes out of your motherboard, comes out of your motherboards and goes out to the external SSD drive, and it contains the power supply as well. Some models were without power supply, but some one with. So you could buy dock at that time and use additional storage. Now let us get started on our subject. So you are willing to learn more into DevOps, and for DevOps, you want to do it all yourself. What is the benefit? go for the course and get some spend some money and do it as a binding on your mind. And plus point is that you will be learning because you are paying and you are tight in your schedule. You won't ignore anything. You will be doing more what we call is regularly, more punctually, I would say. But when you are at your own, you will that is shortcoming that you will many of the times like me you will be ignoring putting it off for another week or so, and then you will be delaying, never coming up, right? So now, first of all, I assume you have a laptop. Let us start from there. And what you can do about your laptop? Not much. Only thing that you can do with your laptop is that add one additional drive. Many of laptop these days can accommodate one additional NMVE SSDs. They, I'm hopeful that every laptop might have one. That is one you can do. But for me, ever since I worked in IT, year 2000 and through 2005, 2008, I've been a fan of desktop. I had laptop. I have three laptops. They are sitting in a corner. I am never using. I have Sony. I have Dell. I have many, but not most recent one. I did not go for any kind of what we call it Mac. But why did I prefer a desktop? Because in desktop you have choice. You can buy your own motherboard. You can buy your own case. You can build it up, and then in custom build you have lot of independence. How many cards you can add? How many interfaces you can add? And believe me, I never spent more than $200 in Canadian money, right? And that was really non-expensive, right? Very, very affordable, right? At the time when I started to develop my own virtualization and my test lab, basically research lab. I never needed to test anything for somebody, but when there is a new technology coming up, for example, uh, a new idea or something like that, my employer want to do something about upgrading something, and that kind of thing, I can prepare some kind of proof of a concept, which is usually called a POC. You can do that, and so basically, first of all, when I started, we used to have only IDE before SSDs. So what I did is I thought that what I can do, I can find some kind of what we call is housing kind of what we call caddies that we can put into our mm, put into my case of my desktop, and then attach it to my motherboard, and then I have more than one hard drive, right? More than, well, basically IDE interface was having four hard drives, right? One, two, three, four. Primary uh, channel one is primary and secondary, and channel two is the primary and secondary. So four. So even if you have four only, what you can do, then even if with the four, first primary is your operating system, and then you have three channels available. Out of three channels, what you can do? You need to have at that time, talking about year 2010, right? So if at that time you could use one hard drive and you put two more IDE drives, so that whenever you are preparing some virtual machines, you can have some kind of multitasking, right? For that purpose, you can use it very well. And I did that. And what I did to save some space, I bought 2.5-inch laptop hard drives, and then I remember those ones I bought from newegg.com on in Canada, and those were like additional drives. And I bought one like all the drives that I put in. That I bought some kind of casing that like you can insert the drive in, and when you are not using, you can pull it out and put another one for the another machine to run something else on the same machine. So that way I could do the multitasking. And in that multitasking, I had first of all Sun Microsystem VirtualBox to prepare my virtual machines. I did not use it directly as my first. I had only one laptop at home in my lab, and then I did not want to, spoil my primary operating system. I just wanted to add something, and so that I have some other virtual machine that I can use and then dispose of whenever I want. So at that time, Sun Microsystem VirtualBox, now it is Oracle VirtualBox. They bought it later on. I think around year 2010 or 2012, something like that. So yeah, but before that, I used that one, and I put some kind of caddies. Do we call it caddies? Some housing, small housing like 2.5 drives, and in my base, available base and motherboard ports, I just insert them and use multiple hard, right? This is one thing. Second thing, that you need memory. How much memory you want, right? For example, you want to your desktop at that time was mostly, you will have about 4 GB, and some of the motherboard allowed to install what we call 8 GB at that time. And then, like in that case, what I used to do is I used to buy additional 4 GB, and now I have 8 GB. So then I can prepare two more machines in addition to my existing desktop, right? So in those two virtual machines, I could do some practical. But when we found the motherboard start coming up with the SSD, SSDs have 6 channels, 6 channels, right? So you can have your what we call it, uh, uh, DVD. That is essential, but not these days. But before, it was very essential to install operating systems for each of your virtual machines and this and that. So you have multiple drives. You can swap them in, put, run your virtual machine, and then you pull it out and put another one, do another one. So many of the times when you are doing research or you doing your self study, you might need to run multiple machines. For example, you are running something for DevOps, you might be running something with Jenkins, right? And then you want to run something for your web server. You want to run something for your Eclipse, where you are developing your software, and you might be doing something for your testing machine. So these days, you are having 6 channels available, right? First one is primary one is going to be now. Currently, these days, you are having 8. Believe me, because those two that I am adding, that one is also SSD. 6 of SSD are standard SSDs, and the two are NMVE, right? They are very fast. They are 10 times faster than SSD. So what you will do is you will put one these days, you will put in the desktop, you will put a one NMVE for your operating system, and another NMVE for your fast hard drives, and another, you can put 6 of the other SSDs, five, and you can put one of keep one channel for your IDE. No DVD if you want to. Otherwise, these days you don't need DVD. You just install everything from your USB. Right? There are USB very fast these days, right? So that is what you can do. And what about the other things? What do you need? Anything else? For example, in your laptop, you are having 32 GB memory. These days, it's common. You can have a laptop with 32 GB. If you have 16 GB memory, if you have 8 GB memory, as long as you have 8 GB memory and more, you can run some of the virtual machines. Now, how many virtual machines? What kind of virtual machines? So, if you don't have too much knowledge about this one, just beginner, I would suggest you to go to Plural Side Training, one of the sessions. This is the one that I suggest. If you go to YouTube, you will have this one, and let me show you this one. This one. So if you go to this one, and you can find this video. It's only 14 minutes, right? Not too much, right? But it is these guys are explaining there how many types of virtualizations are available, which one you should use, and which is really good for you. If you are a fast-paced developer or a kind of a researcher, or anything, self-study student or whatever, then you need to go for some kind of Hyper-V1 run before below the operating system, and Hyper-V1 is at the hardware level, and then from Hyper-V1 virtualization you can go up with the operating system on the current machine, and then operating system on the virtual machine. For example, the best example is Hyper-V, Microsoft Hyper-V. And I am using the most of the time Microsoft Hyper-V. It is coming with the 11 Windows 10 11. I think back it was not available in 7 or 8, whatever, right? But you could install it additionally, right? It's in the features. You can go there, and it is in the features. I can show you. So once you go there, let me show you my screen, and I will show you things there what I'm talking about. If you go there, you can turn it on. Uh, mm, so let me show you the screen, share screen, and I'm going to show you the share screen and that screen. So I'm sharing right now, and I will be showing you where you can turn it on. So basically, you will. Okay, so share. So basically, what you can do is you can. I'm just uh, minimizing this one. Let me show you current machine. This machine is my. This is Windows 11 actually, but this is my one of best machine having many cores. I will show you. Let me show you my configuration first of all. This machine that I am using, I can use for anything. I mean, it's the best machine that I have so far. But that was not. It was bought by my kids, and they had gifted it to me. But I would go without this kind of high profile machine. But it's not a that you think that it's very expensive. No, no, it's not that. It is a simple desktop machine. It's not a server machine, but it is more than enough. I can I can not only work myself, I can host 20 people all together on all the machines that I can have in my lab right now. So I can explain them all those things. Let me show you. This one is the CPU. Now I am using AMD Ryzen 5 5606 core processor. Now, if you go for your configurations, I will show you what I'm having here. You don't have to have all these things. You can. I cannot imagine anybody have a laptop with two cores. If anybody has a laptop with two cores, just don't think about running virtual machines. If you have more than four cores, yes, you can do. So first of all, let me show you how many cores I have. I have so many cores, right? One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Why I'm counting these one? It depends, right? With Hyper-V, you can do many things better, and with the virtual box, you can do few things. That there is a limitation of half of the core you can use in the virtual machine, and I don't know why they put that you can override that one as well, but that is they had kept it like to keep the main machine running smoothly. So that is what it is, right? So on the storage devices, I have too many. I have RAID set up here, and I can show you my disk drive. Like here, I have my PC here. This PC. Disk C is my operating system. Disk D is my virtual machines, and disk E is my virtual machines. Disk F is my virtual machines, and disk G is my drivers that I might need for something. And this catch might have ISO also. ISO machines. Now in G, ISO machine, ISO, images of different various operating systems. Proxmox is there. You can see Linux is there. Linux, this one is not Linux. This is DB2. So Windows Win 7, I have that one. Windows 10 I have so many images available here that I can use ISO to install software, right? So basically, if you have a machine like this, you are very lucky. I mean, I have seen many of my co-workers, they are mentioning about 8 core, 10 core, 20 core, up to 26 core. Believe me, 26 core, up to 26, 24 core, right? So what do you need basically for your primary operating system where you are running your uh, mail, Microsoft Office and regular workstation, including workstation, you can go and set up your that machine having extra cores, and you can use them for your virtual machine. For example, in this one, I have some of the virtual machine, not too many. See, this is the download work, but additional machine. It's not running at this time, and this is AWS jump box, and this is Oracle Windows, right? This is recording some kind of testing that I was migrating Oracle database to the cloud, right? So what you need to do, as long as you have a very good machine, very good CPU engine and your motherboard, and then what you can do is basically you can install Well, let me show you. This is C drive, this is G drive, this is H drive, this is D drive. And it's not running that much right now. It's idling at this moment. So when I will pump up, I will spin up more machines. It will be a little more busy, right? The memory I have 64 GB because I could go up to 128 GB, right? So if you can go more than 32 GB, you're good, right? Otherwise, you can add more memory, right? So these are the things that you need basically. So what I am doing is I am having many of the disks on this particular machine. I have six disks that I combined into RAID, making them three, two each, with the configuration of zero. mm, I think it's one or zero, RAID one. So that adds up like if I have one 256 and then another one 256. Let me see how much I have. So there are the RAID drives are RAID, RAID, RAID. RAID drives are this one is the additional adapter for the operating system. This one is built in. D it has two drives at the back, and it has 475 GB size. This is 475 GB size, 444 GB. So depending on what kind of SSD you are putting there, they are adding up. Two of the disks are added in parallel, right? So this increases the parallelism, and my machines run faster. But uh, for the other machine that you are seeing here, this is local disk, single disk. This is local disk, single disk. This is uh, uh, my NAS that I store many of the things. This is almost full. Only 12.2 GB only free. It is 4 GB, 4 terabyte, 4 terabyte, and this one is 2 terabyte. But this one is also another NAS, right? So I am storing these things there when I am working. But there is some kind of organized storage that I am using. For example, if I am clicking this button, I am getting to my daily work folders, right? So FGIL working and year 2024 and on 2024 month one and the dates, date 3, date 4, date 5, today 13. I have only one file that is there, and what it has, my editor will show me. This is what it is. I'm working today. I had pulled this one for you guys so that you can go to some of the details of the virtual machine. So this way I keep a track of the things that I am doing daily. So you should also do that one. But if you are not doing that one, not following that way, the way I am doing, then you will be doing some research for sure. You will be enjoying the research and outcome of the research, but you will forget every third, fourth day, right? So now another thing. This is only one thing that we discussed: storage. After the storage, you need to look for another thing also. For example, when you are doing some research, sometimes you are excited to show to your friends. Sometimes you are excited to help somebody in your workplace and telling them, oh well, I am little deep into this one. I have more knowledge than others. You want to demonstrate or you want to lead them to show something. So in that situation, what you will do? You need to have somebody to log into your system. Now it becomes complicated now. Until you are at your own, you have one machine. Within one machine, you have other machines. For example, at this time, whatever is running here, let me show you. There are Oracle Win is running, and uh, Jump AWS is running. So let me go to Jump AWS. Right? Can I have that one? Jump AWS. Jump AWS is running, right? This is my Jump, one of the virtual machine running at this time. So this is my Jump AWS. Well, like it was last time and it asked me to reload. You want to reload, right? I don't mind. But let me minimize and I will show you. This is my machine that I'm doing some research on. My AWS cloud account is on this one. So let me show you another one, but this one is not that big. This one is having little bit smaller kind of jump box workstation. And the benefit is that whenever I don't need it, I will just to dispose it off. And another thing I will do is that I do have some backup of the machines, especially disks. If I dispose of one of the machine and the backup is done, and backup is also not only done, backup is also compressed, and I can store it on my NAS or additional storage or backup storage. I do have some kind of the backup things. Let me show you. This one is one of the. No, I am not showing my. my camera. I'm showing my like if you see, you can see this one is a my book from Western Digital, and sometime I store things on this one. And there is another one that might be running at this time. Yeah, it is online Synology store that is have 2 terabyte of capacity. So what I do is whenever I'm running like this, if uh, if there is something that I want to store from my machine, I will just go to NAS GH GH Jailhouse GH NAS. I will go to NAS 3. I have a 4 NAS, right? Three, no, three. So in that one, there is a folder CRC. So I will go there simply and basic walkthrough. And this is something webinars that I'm doing today. Even these are old ones, last year ones, right? So if you want to push something that you have done working with, or you prepared some kind of your what we call some kind of your code, you want to store it here, right? Make the folders appropriately and then start storing on your, start pushing to your NAS, so that when you dispose of your machine, then you won't regret if you need it another week to go back and check what did you do at that time and what you were teaching other people, right? What you were guiding other people with. You can definitely have your GitHub and other things also. But now I am talking about what you will do. What you will do when you let me show you first the another virtual machine that is running, that is which is called Oracle Win. Now Windows Oracle included in this one 11G. So because the migration was a subject of 11G to Postgres, so I was studying that one. I was preparing things for that one, and let me show you this one quick screen of the one that I was doing yesterday. So uh, for your own research or for your preparation of your what we call is for your interview preparation or something like that. Very handy stuff, right? And like once you do this one in the beginning, it might look like it's very, very complicated or sophisticated. No, 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 that's not. This is I'm thankful to Microsoft. They provided it Hyper-V built into Windows desktops these days. Not only the server before you to have only the see. This one is that I did some research work, and if I want to go back and uh, I want to see on my. Mhm. I'm missing my words. Sorry about that. If you want to see what I was doing yesterday, so I would start a schema conversion tool, and I can load my yesterday's project. I can show you where I was doing research and how do I prepare for the things that now learning is the best mm, uh, what we call best utilized. Learning is best utilized when you prepare some situation where you get fell into some kind of ditches and some kind of hurdles, you face them and then resolve the issues, right? So that is the way it is now. I don't know why it's not coming up. It should come up, and maybe it's taking. Oh, it's coming up. So this is the project that I was working on, and when you are doing the migration, so this is not on DevOps. This is for migration cloud to cloud, right? So that is what I was doing. Opening a project. So this is what I did yesterday, and that project was okay. If you go to see. Uh, I don't know where it is right now. By the way, this one is there are servers on the cloud. I was using only first one, and there are servers on your enterprise, right? It is not connecting right now. Maybe it is not started, or let me start it. If I'm starting 11G, start start database. Yes. So then you can connect to the project and you can have all the reports and troubleshoot things and what you can do. You can also prepare mapping and then you have issues and resolve them. So my point here is that it is up to your level what you want to do, what you want to learn. You want to learn simply some kind of database. You want to learn some kind of DevOps. Or you want to learn. You need multiple machines. I have usually come across with the need of up to 4 machines For example, if you are running on Oracle, you are doing some experimentation, Oracle rack and other things. Usually, you will prepare three machines for Oracle only, right? And then you are doing other things, all those things together, right? So let me shut down this one and not want to waste your time. But what I'm trying to convince you that don't be shy, don't be scared, don't be helpless. I will help you if there is anything that you get stuck with. You have two possible choices. If you are the most, I mean, the laziest person in the world, then you can use a virtual box. But if you are little innovative, then go for Hyper-V. Hyper-V is built into your Windows, right? You don't have to do anything to install. Just go where you will go. Add features, add, remove, or remove features, not programs, Windows features, Windows features, uh, Windows. Oh, well, move this way. Like you can go to Windows feature, turn on off, right? So this is Windows feature. So in this one, if you have this Hyper-V checked, before when I installed it was like this. When then I go this way and it will install some software by itself from the internet and then it will be ready for you to run the things. And then when you will do this one, because in this one you see the tools are also included, Hyper-V platform, Hyper-V management tools, right? So if you have this one, then you don't have to worry. Just come to this one, and what you will do is in your virtual switch manager, you will prepare a switch. I had only internal, external, and private, but that was the availability of the things that are available, right? But on this side, it was only default. I prepared this one myself, and this property is that you have one of the network adapter, and this is the primary adapter that I'm using. If and everything else goes down, but this still stays up, right? So this is required for every platform, every virtualization platform, that you give some kind of networking link to your host machine or to other machines in your subnet. So I prepared it for external. Now here it is external in in uh, in Oracle VirtualBox. It is called bridged network connection. Bridged net. I will show you that one also. So this is most important because when you are preparing some virtual machine, you want to access it from your host machine. Then you need to you go for virtual external virtual machine, right? External adapter that will have same IP and it will get IP from your router at home. So this is the more important. So this thing is like that. So it is all built in. You don't have to spend even a dime. Now, if I will show you how about the virtual machine. How about the virtual machine? I will show you, and then at the last I will go for explaining you the networking, how much networking you need. For now, let me go to another of my physical machine, which is AMD 10. AMD 10 machine is the one that I had before Ryzen and multiple cores machines. That this one has 8 cores only. So still, I have a Oracle VirtualBox. Now it is called Oracle VM VirtualBox. When I started working with version 3, it was Sun Microsystem VirtualBox. Then later on, Oracle has bought it, and that is what it is now. It is free, totally free. If you open the interface, you see now it is different interface now. It is slightly different, but it's not confusing anyways, right? So in this machine, in this interface, you will go to machine, then new. When you create new machine, okay, so it's closing for some kind issue. It is not running along. So when you will create a machine, then there will be properties on the network properties. You make the adapter as a bridged adapter, right? So let me see if I can still continue with this one. Then okay, let me go to the properties. From there, I will be going to the properties. I want to see the properties. So these are settings. On the settings, oh my God, it's not for some reason. I'm not sure why it is doing that, but maybe I can do one thing. Let me restart this machine. Meanwhile, I will talk about the networking. And when it comes back, I will show you, right? Restart this machine, restart anyway. I'm restarting that machine. Now let us, I will come back to my camera. I will show you something that, what you want to do. We will keep talking about the things, right? Let me bring back my camera and stop sharing. Where is my sharing? Stop sharing. So now, what I'm going to tell you that other than the storage and the memory, I have already talked about. Networking is very important. So look at this cable. What is this? It's simple. Cat 5, Cat 5 cable, and one side is C open. I kept it that way. You don't have to do these things, but I'm just showing you what I have here, right? I have two of them. If I am going to use these two for some kind of troubleshooting, I will use both ends and then I will put my multimeter or something, whatever I want to see, the level or which wire is missing or like that. Anything that related to the networking. This one is only this another one that I prepared for myself is just for extension. I want to, you know, you can have from $1 or $2 from the computer store. This is Cat 5e. Cat 5e plugs, and both, and then you can extend one of the your patch cable if you want. But the other one that I have, this one, this pair, like I've prepared myself, everything. This one is for my troubleshooting. Now, what I'm going to tell you is that for 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 price and for your affordability. What I did is long ago when it was time of time of see this box. Right? I hope you can see this one. This is Cat 5 enhanced Cat 5e gigabit speed blue. How much is this one? How many? How many? Uh, so this one is like all those names. Blue color is blue, and CMR and UTP solid and four pair means eight wires, like 24 AWG. These are the top, right? And how much is this one? Is 1,000 feet. So when I when I knew that I am going to do a lot of things, definitely I will go for buying in a bulk, right? So I bought this one in year 2015, I believe, or 16, whatever. But then I am showing you you need some ends, right? Where you what you plug into this one, right? So those ends you need. If you are a advanced ranger and a researcher, right? Then you will build your own. You need to have the crimp tool. Then I don't have everything at hand, but you know what I mean to say. So if you buy these ones in bulk and you never care about how many cables get lost, how many cables get broken. So do you don't worry about those things, right? For example, this is a patch cable, right? This is a patch cable, and if I am going to join two, one goes in here. I prepared this one myself, but you can buy for $1, right? $1, $2 usually. And the other side also goes with another one, and this kind of thing. And some of the cables are not that expensive these days. This cable is about I think this is about 5 meters or 10 meters, 5 meters, 10 meters, 15 meters. They're very inexpensive these days. So you can buy these ones as many as you want, right? So, but you will need many. I mean, if you are going to do everything with many of the machines in your house or basement or wherever, I have 15 machines, and out of 15 machines, I almost every day use four or five together, right? Including not excluding uh, four of my NAS network attached storage, four of them, and there is one that is backup my book, my passport kind of Western digital stuff. These things I'm using a lot of things, but you don't have to go for that deep and that much money you spend. You will just make something with your pocket money. I'm telling you, pocket money. What pocket money means that if you don't drink coffee for a month, then save that money and spend it on your hardware. So buy some few things, good quality, but lower what we call is I mean for end user kind of thing that is not very important. I mean, for example, if you buy one thing for $150, then you buy same thing for $250, then you have a same thing for $550. That $550 might be enterprise grade, right? So I'm talking about grade. So lower grade, good quality. You buy those things, and this is good, more than enough. If you have old machines sitting in the corner, you can use them as long as they are more than or equal to 2 cores, right? And you make some of them like client machines, just connect to that machine, have thin client or other things, and you can use other things together. Now I am talking about networking. So networking, what do you need? Let me see if I can show you something. But if you are going for so I mean until now I have discussed that you might need to install either virtualbox or you will be installing hyper-v for running some virtual machines in the parallel of your current working machine. Note that your primary machine should be up and running, especially when it is virtualbox. When it is virtualbox, you should have not only running machines, but you should have been logged in, because that is type 2, and if you log off, that will turn off the machine, right? But if you stay logged in and then that is running, so it means that in the type 2, most of the time, many of the one that, at least the one that I have seen, they require to be logged in. And you can put it as make it as a service too, and that is a little non-standard way. But that can happen also, that you log off from your machine, but again you will only logged off, not shut down, right? So then your virtual machines are running, and when you do your practice, and you just shut it down later on. Once you shut the main machine down, the other machines should automatically, if these are configured properly, should automatically shut down everything. And when you start it up, the other machine should come up, right? So basically, in your house, I'm talking about now, what you need is that on every machine, I'm not recommending you to buy a server. There are servers are very expensive, believe me. If you don't have a computer training center, if you don't have a enterprise level company, you will most likely not like to afford those machines, right? But you are focusing on more cores, more storage channels, and even more storage and more memory. What it is? More CPU, more memory, and more storage. And you are not focusing on enterprise or server grade like HP. HP servers are very. There are many others like microservice. There are Intel servers. There are Dell servers. There are Edge servers from I think PowerEdge from sorry, IBM. So that money, I'm not talking about that level. I'm not in favor of spending money on those machines for your research lab. Now, DevOps lab is the smallest, the lowest requirement that you can play with, that you can live with, that you can practice with. The lowest number of machines you can go with that one. Why? Because these days you can have free virtual machines from Oracle. You can have free virtual machines from Google. You can have free virtual machines from Linode, some kind of. There are many more. Go research for free virtual machines for and with Oracle, I think some configurations allow you to run it for forever, never stop, right? Don't even stop it, and don't even dispose it off, and they will not charge you anything. So that kind of setting is available, right? So if you have one available from one cloud provider, the other one is from another cloud provider, and then you make one virtual machine only on your local laptop. Why? Because one virtual machine on your local laptop will work as on premises. You have two on cloud, and that should be more than enough for your practice in DevOps. I will continue with the DevOps settings software wise. I will continue with the giving you some ideas. And in past a few sessions I had mentioned, but this one is just what we call is influencing in a motivational session today, so that I can tell you that I gave you message that you have these days. You don't know how much power your laptop is having, right? Sometimes people don't even realize that they have a really powerful one, and you can split into three or four machines easily through the virtualization. If you can do that one, and if you are not able to get to that one, I will help you. But I can tell you one thing: I am helping the people and the communities only voluntarily. Volunteer work never comes with any kind of guarantee or warranty. It is up to you. I try to help you. If something breaks, it's yours. If something works, it's yours. I'm not going to gain anything from there. And I'm not going to be penalized for anything like that kind of thing. But the things that I am telling you, I am responsible to show you in my lab, prove you in my lab. If something not going very well with your setup, that is your intelligence, that is your uh, capability that you can work with that one, right? So that don't be afraid of that warning, because I have been working with the more than 20, no, 10, 10 and then 12, 14 years, right? Allow approximately 14 years. I am working with visualization things. I'm working with migration things. I'm working with cloud things more than 5 years. So I'm telling you from my experience that you have so much things, so much value available that you can avoid paying to the trainers. There are pluses and minuses, right? I mean, negatives and positives. If you say that, what I'm saying is that don't go for training from any institute. I never said that. If you go there and you bind yourself to the schedule, you will learn it in the time. And if you think that you will do it yourself, you are overconfident or you are really nicely confident, then you can do things. And what you do with your self study, it is unmatched. No, no trainer can give you that kind of confidence or experience. And I have learned many of things myself, and I have gone through the exams, learning myself, but go for certification exams. I have more than 30 certifications these days, including Oracle, IBM, and novel networking, Microsoft, and many of them. But cloud also. And but it's up to you if you want to take this kind of leap, or want to do some self study, or want to start just for fun. See, this guy is lying. I want to prove that this guy is lying. Okay, come on, work with me. If you prove me I'm lying, I will be happy. I won't be upset. And in case you get through it, you don't have to be proud of me or my guidance. You have to be proud of yourself that you stepped into it. You stepped into it and you learned it yourself, and that is all your credit. And it is you can just go for fun. I mean, you don't need it practically. You have a good job, and why not you have some time free? Why not you do some practical on something that you are already having, right? With me at this time, I have three installations of Windows 11 and two installation of Windows 10. That are my licensed version on some of the machines, and I use whatever I want to use. There are multiple virtual images from Windows 7 up, Windows 2008 server, Windows 12 server, and all those things. I will take few seconds to just spin up one of the things and get get to the point where you are doing, and I will show you this. See, this is working with my environment. See, I can help you, and I can help you diagnose your log files, so find out where you are getting stuck, right? Now with networking again, let us come back to networking. If you are willing to teach or help people voluntarily, if you are willing to uh, expose your lab to your friends or your co-workers or something for any reason. Sometimes you are exposing it for a good cause, that you are helping the community, or sometimes you are going to do some kind of learning from them into your brain, right? But from your brain into their brain, sometimes you need to share the things, right? Zoom is not good. Only Zoom is not good. What you need to do, you need to provide something that they can, you show them on the screen doing, that will not help them. you will you will give them some code and watch them doing and let them do on your screen. And best thing to do is that you have their connection into your environment. For that one, don't do it just RDP. Don't do it that way. There will be many hackers. They will be breaking your machines, and within few days, you will never imagine that how many people have attacked your machines. Right? So go for VN, VNP, VPN, VPN connections, and best. These days we are having very good kind of routers available for VPN configuration effortlessly, right? I will show you the screen and I will show you some few things that before we go. But my bottom line is that you have to be well aware what you are doing. You have to be well motivated. You have to have some quest for learning. You have to have some kind of confidence in you. Oh my God, if I do something, if I break something, what I will do, I can't see my email. I can't do this one. I am working these days. Don't use your workstation that you are working remotely from home. Don't touch it. Right? I don't go that way. But the thing is, but the thing is that I am what I am doing. I have four machines in parallel. I am telling you. Sometimes I turn them off or something. Right now, four of them are running. There's i3 machine name. There is AMD 11. There is AMD 10. There is AMD 12. So all these are work server type of machine. They are desktop actually, but I